And this topic is about, of course, energy and EMF protection, which means protection from your electronic devices. The 3 important reasons you and your loved ones should stay protected from your electronic devices. All right. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, hi everyone. My name is Sherinata. It's so nice to see you all today. Hi, cutie pie. Hi. Okay, I am so excited to be an ambassador for the Joseph P. Corey Foundation. And I am a transformational and intuitive life coach, and I work with families, busy women and their families, to manage stress through all types of intuitive programs, through my intuitive transformational programs, and that are very simple to use within your life and your world. It's really important for people to understand energy, because every word, thought, and action is energy. Who understands that? Okay, so we have some do and some don't. So those that do not and those that do. Everything in us, every thought, word, and action is energy. It has a field to it that we can prove in so many fantastical ways that teaches you how to tune into your energy. So just for instance, when you're really stressed, right? You're really stressed out and you wake up in the morning, your day isn't going that well for you, and all of a sudden it's just like maybe your kids, if you have parents, they're getting ready for school in the morning and nobody's really on the right path, they didn't do their homework, and all of a sudden, you know, your cell phone may not be working properly, and so maybe you're disconnected, your Wi-Fi isn't working well in your house, you're like, oh my God, how much more is gonna happen to me this morning, right? And so then the rest of your day kind of starts to be going downhill, and you leave this little skunk trail behind you because nobody wants to be hanging around you, because things really do begin to unravel. It's how we start off, get on the right foot in the morning. So when you wake up on the right side of the bed, what happens? What happens? Things start going well. That's right. Yay, right? But it's so, with all the chaos that's going out there in this world, and we don't begin to tune in inside of us, we lose track of who it is that we are and what we're meant to be in this world, right? We lose track of peace and clarity. How many of us have taught our children growing up to tune in to the peace inside of us? Hardly anybody does. Thank goodness we're on a rise of consciousness. We're on a rise of clarity. We're on rising up to raise our vibrations, and that's why we're doing these wellness expos with Nada Corey, because this is amazing, because it's important for families to raise their children like this, to understand energy in every possible way, because every thought, word, and action is energy. And it's going to vibrate inside of you and your body and make you sick if you're not tuned into it properly. You're going to be stressed out. You're not going to be moving forward in this world. You're going to stop from moving forward with your money, relationships, and everything in your life. Or you're going to be able to tune in when you can get out of your way, back up, and become happier in your life, become more successful, more loving, create greater relationships. And that all has to do with our thoughts, our words, and our actions. And it's going to break down our body or raise it up. We're going to be healthier or we're not going to be healthy. And it affects us in our energy fields. So with that, everybody get that? That makes sense, right? So when we're happy, we're feeling great. And they say fake it till you make it. If you fake your smile, guess what? You're going to change. If you're like somebody, that's really going to go like this. I want to hear everybody go, just make yourself feel really sad right now. You suck. You guys are horrible. Right? I'm making you happy. But but all of a sudden the vibration begins to lower just a little bit. You can feel that energy shift. Everybody laugh. I want you guys to laugh. Oh my God, you're so funny. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. And then what's going to happen? It shifts, right? So that's happening in every subconscious programming that's happening in our body right now. So it's important to see your attention is going to go, your energy is going to go where your attention flows. You teach that to your children, that will change your life forever. In the meantime, on a more serious note, there's a lot of energy that we can't see. Subconscious programming we can't see, but that's our thoughts. We can see it in our actions, and whether you're the one that you want to be around or you're not. But on the other hand, there's the energy that we can't see at all and that we're addicted to, and that is the energy of our technology. Who's addicted to technology in here? Many of us are, and our younger generation truly is, and that is destroying our energy field without us even knowing. So my husband 18 years ago passed away with a brain tumor, one of the most aggressive brain tumors you could possibly ever have, called a glioblastoma. And he was an electrician, and he was surrounded by electricity all the time. Come to find out, fast forward to now, they have done studies, actually back in the 90s, they did studies on people from the 80s saying that electricians have one of the highest rates of brain tumors. That they were always getting, statistics show that they were able to get brain tumors on a much faster rate than the average person. And that's before Wi-Fi, that's before cell phones, and that's even just barely beepers at that point. So now we live on our cell phones, don't we? We live on technology and it's everywhere. Did you know that studies show that if you're on a cell phone for more than 30 minutes a day over a 10-year period, you have a 40% chance of getting a brain tumor because of what's coming out of it? Do you know that the United Nations, they came out and they said that it's a possible carcinogen, which means that it's in the same category as formaldehyde, the EMFs, that are the radiation that's coming out of the phone. So they claim it as radiation. So I kind of look at it this way. Cigarette smoking, that was really cool, wasn't it? Let's all go puff our cigarettes. Wasn't that fun? I never really was a smoker, but that was so glamorous back in the 60s and 70s, right? So was talking on a cell phone. It's like the coolest thing in sliced bread, because we can go anywhere with our cell phone. But now, 30 years from now, what's going to happen to us? Just like with cigarettes. People were dying of lung cancer. People are dying from brain tumors. Brain tumors happen to be the #1 over leukemia, the #1 killer of children from 0 to 14 years old, which was unheard of 30, 40, 50 years ago. We have, they expect over 70,000 cases of brain tumors just in the United States alone. In the meantime, we have 7 to 8 billion people on our planet, and 6 billion of them have cell phones. Only 4.5% of them, a billion people, use toilets, and 3 billion use toothbrushes. So we have more people using cell phones than brushing their teeth and using toilets. Isn't that exciting? Fun fact. So my point is that it's imperative for me to make sure that my children are protected with EMF protection wherever they go on radiation, to include it on your cell phones or in your house, to make sure that wherever you go that you're protected, because it's not just the electronics that are coming out of the Wi-Fi and it's not just out of the cell phones, but it's also out of the Wi-Fi routers that are in our homes. When you begin to put some of the EMF protection that I have out there, even on your appliances, on your refrigerator, you'll find that even your foods last longer. They won't expire as quickly as they say they do, because it creates a harmonic field in your body. So stress, our EMFs create stress. It creates radiation in our body. It's radiating us every day. Here you'll see me on the cell phone for 2 minutes with protection, and without protection for only 2 minutes. You can pass this around and you can look at the difference. You've already seen that one, yeah. So, today I only have 7 cell phone packets with me today, but I do have Smart Packet. I have a starter pack of EMF protection for the phones. It has the phone, it has a family for 4, so there's 4 decals in there. And there's 2 electronic plates, which is for your Wi-Fi router, your laptop, And then there's one appliance, which is for your refrigerator. So if you're interested, definitely go back to the back. The rest of them you can have to get it online, if not, because I don't have them all with me here today. I do energy testing because that's what I do. So as for frequency, you're welcome to come back. I'll check your cell phone for you, what the radiation is that's coming out of your phone with and without protection. You can see the field that it creates. That's important. Then second of all, you can actually see, because this rock that I use is called shungite. It has scientific evidence all backed up in this book about how it neutralizes radiation on the spot, which is scientifically proven through Buckminster Fuller and the fullerene, which is called the buckyball. That is located in this shungite, which is imported straight from Russia. The healing of this rock is actually, it's so amazing. It goes back to like Peter the Great. And you can read the stories in the book about it, because his army, they would make sure that in Karelia, Russia, that they would actually go fill up their canteens, and they would drink the water because it's in the carbon family. And they would drink the water, and nobody would ever die from disease in his armies. It was incredible. In the meantime, they're all dying from disease all the time. And remember, carbon, what happens with coal? It's the carbon, right? The most strongest coal, strongest carbon is what? Is a diamond, right? So over many, many, many years, it becomes a diamond. So that's a C90 molecule. This is like a C10. This is a C60 molecule. It's a hollow molecule that looks like the Epcot ball. That's the fullerene buckyball. That's inside of it, which they actually is called the 21st molecule, the number one molecule of the 21st century, because they use it in science and everything. You can look it up. So that's what's really cool. This is all scientifically proven behind why it works and how it neutralizes radiation on the spot. Who has a cell phone if you'd like me to show you? Sure, come on up. And how you know you have the correct shungite, I'll show you back there too, because shungite actually will light up a flashlight because it carries its own electrical field. It's a positive electrical field. So when you put a flashlight up to shungite, which I could, if somebody even wanted to bring a flashlight up, if we have time for that, I'll be happy to show. Show and tell, it's always fun, right? Okay, so there's two ways of doing it. One is two ways to do it. I'm going to show you this way, because this is all about you. What's your name? Maya? Not Maya. Malin. Malin. Okay. All right, Malin. So we're going to do a little kinesiology. Do you know that that is? No. Okay, so we're just going to test your energy field. So in order to center yourself, just do me a favor. 1, 2, 3.
Time to do it?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. It just kind of, if you guys are always ever feel stressed out, just go like this 1, 2, 3. And it's called zipping up your energy. And it really does help to recenter you. And rather than zipping up like this, which looks really funny, you can just pretend you're scratching your, forehead. And I do it all the time. So, okay, so I just want you to stand this way so everybody can see you. Okay, and I'm going to stand right here.
Okay.
What's your strong hand? Are you right-handed or left-handed? Right-handed. Okay, so put your arm straight out. Okay, I want you to resist my arm. Just resist. Use your strength.
Okay.
I want to see your. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, we need to keep this on, and I want you to see, okay, make sure it stays on, and I want you to show how it affects your energy field, how it weakens it. Okay, ready? Because 1, 2, ready, here we go. You can, I want you to resist. Right? Barely resisting it. I'm giving her the same tension as I did before. So that shows how, what it's doing to her just by holding that energy into her body. It's weakening her entire energy field. Now, since I measure energy and frequency all the time, I look at the blood, the bones, the body, the organs, and I can measure frequency with that. This right here, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, I'll show you how far it goes and what the number it is. Hold this. And if you want me to measure your chakras later, I can do that for you too. Okay, so her energy field of radiation is coming out to here from her cell phone. And on a scale from 1 to 10, since I was talking, I couldn't count. I'm not that multitasking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On a scale from 1 to 10, it's about a 7.5. You don't want that to even be a 1. So just saying, so then when you put the shungite sticker on it, a decal, there's 2 in a packet. So what happens is that the energy actually completely neutralizes instantly. And then it begins to raise the vibration. It actually goes almost in a DNA formation because it's actually the carbon blueprint of our planet is what the shungite is. And it actually comes up here to a very positive field. It's about here, which is awesome. So rather than dragging it down, like a stress, like negative feelings and emotions, it's bringing it up and vibrating you at a higher place. The fullerene is in here, and it actually attacks free radicals in the body. That's why people put it into their water as well, because it's a carbon molecule, so you can cleanse your water with it. It vibrates and attacks the, thank you for your assistance.
One more question.
Yes.
Can you test her, the visual, the kinesiology thing with that sticker
Oh,
on there?
sure. Okay.
Let's see what her
Oh,
body
let me
says.
unlock it because it's gonna like.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
this way. Sorry.
She's strong now. Okay, ready? Okay.
Resist.
Good one. I hadn't done that. Thank you, Nada.
Okay.
You want to tell your friends about it and how important it is to be an advocate for wellness in your life. And if you know anybody else in corporations or in family wellness, send them our way. I'm happy to teach about it. Nada's out there. We're out there to teach people. We can't go out there blindfolded anymore. We have to be aware. Anyway, that's it.
Thank you.